Hello everyone, welcome back to Joy's Creative Finger. I've built a spring mansion, and of course it was as a result of completing the backyard beautification live event that's going on right now. There's still 7 days to go, but I've completed, and I've just unlocked the designer backyard house. So I'm quite excited, and of course I went on to a plot that I had already started on. I started building a house, and just in preparation for these items, so it was quite easy for me to then go back and place all these beautiful flowers around this mansion. The house that you win at the end of the event was on a standard plot, but I thought that this Latin villa plot would suit this property quite nicely. It's warm, it's colourful, and it's got a lot of character. We've got a beautiful car up front, and some of the flowers match the fence, as you can see here, some of the plants. I thought it was really nice, and also the colour of the house matches the planter boxes. I thought that was a good idea. And finally we have plain white slab concrete patio pavings, balcony pavings. This is incredible. It just goes to show that when you ask for something you get it, but you've got to be patient. So this is excellent, and I have these palm trees that I got from a house that I downloaded off the Architect tab. They take up only one grid, so I was able to put them together. I didn't have to glitch those together. However, the hedges needed a little bit of help. So this is what I've chosen to do, and as I said, the planter boxes have some wooden panels in them that match the color of the entire house, the exterior wall, and the entrance to this house I think is quite nice, fresh, and welcoming with all these flowers. It does feel springy to me. Now a sim of mine who lives in this house called Matthew is just going to come through these doors, and you can see that he walked through it as though he were a ghost. Well, he's not a ghost. I'm not sure what is wrong with those doors, but the sims just kind of walk through them as if it weren't there. So but I'm keeping the doors. I like them, and that's what you're going to witness in this house as we tour. They're going to keep going through these doors as if they were ghosts, but they're not, they're real. So this is the front of the house. I absolutely love it. It took me a lot of time to put this structure together because I had already built the house, and then when I completed the event I had to inject these pieces into it so that the property would work well with these lovely items that we've just received. I've chosen these colors for this fence because I like the gray against the pool. I think it's lovely instead of the bright white, and I just think that the white concrete slabs, I think this is the matte concrete, it's just beautiful. It gives such harmony to the back part of this build. It's very sharp, it's very clear, it's very clean, and I've tried to make sure that I place in almost all of the items that we won in this event, except for the garden gnomes and I think the square 2x2 planter. But this is just lovely, and this view is just beautiful, and you get to watch telly while you're in the pool. So these sims are having an amazing time. Now these are some of the most fantastic pieces that we've received in the game. I've chosen to place these bar stools here against this side of the counter instead of the actual table that we received. I've just no place to put it in this build, but there's lots of builds to come, so don't worry. But these items here are amazing. The grill, the pizza oven, and the fridge are all seamlessly, set into this counter arrangement. I've got some flower arrangements on the side here and a little fence as well. And you do realize that there are 3 settings to these planters, but I've chosen the grass base. Now I have a clear glass window on the side here from top to bottom of this build, just to break up the green a bit, and also in some way emphasize that the house is quite modern, not just on the exterior but also on the interior as well. So now we're going to tour the inside of this property, and of course I had to take a little bit of time to talk about these plants because really it's a backyard event that we completed, so a lot of the items are exterior to the build. So these planters have 3 different looks. I've opted for the grass base, which you see here. This is the dirt base option, which is quite clean and clear, and then you've got the flower base, which is lovely. It fills out quite nicely, but for the modern build I've gone for the grass base. I think that's nice. It feels like something you'd see in the desert. And I thought I'd keep these bird planters to the left and right of the entrance, so it's quite crowded in. Now again, he's going to walk through the door like a ghost, so bear with me. I don't know why that's the case, but these are the doors that we've received. But as you walk in to the left and right, you've got a study and a restroom. So the study is on the left as you walk in. It's compact. You know, when you build these homes and you try to create interesting shapes and sizes to the front, you know, to the appearance of the house, on the inside you've got these tiny rooms and you have to make sense of them. So it worked out quite well for me that with a couple of doors I was able to create a small study. I have the restroom on the right when you walk in, and again I was able to make use of the spaces. I've put some towel racks on the side here where there's bits and bobs that, you know, might be useful in the space. And that fills out those two unusual spaces. Then of course we have the living room. I wanted a bar in here because I felt that this was an edgy kind of mansion. A young man lives here with his girlfriend and his sister, so it's quite nice. And this television here, the Cinematron, is backed by the other TV that's facing the pool, so wiring works out quite well here. But yeah, I thought it was good to keep the tellies in that way, and that's why I structured the pool like that, intentionally, so that it's symmetrical in that corner. So I'm just going to get one of them to tend to this bar, just so I can keep a couple of Sims busy, and then get another one to sit down. I got these bar stools from a house I downloaded off the Architect tab, and so we have a bar and a living space all in one area that then carries on in a long structure all the way through to the dining room, but it's separate. There is a wall between the two. I love this dining room. These rugs were also from a house that I downloaded off the Arctic tab, and they're beautiful. It's really lovely, and the gold in them matched the gold rim in the mirrors. And then you've got the pop of red in the scene, right? And then the greys of the artwork work quite nicely with the grey seats from the Snow Chalet quest that we completed during the Christmas. So the whole collection pulled together quite nicely. The swatches are really in harmony, as you can see. Now, one favorite thing of mine that's appeared in the game in this quest was these double bifold doors. Now, if you remember in the Private Island quest, we had the darker version, and it was so strong, and I kept saying I wish we get different colors, and here it is. It's fantastic. It fits really nicely with the wooden theme in the home, and it's just easier on the eye to look at, you know. I've placed a fridge in the corner over here, so when I open up the doors, the fridge is tucked away nicely. I always have trouble placing a fridge in kitchens in my builds, and I keep getting reminded in the comments that there is a fridge. These bar stools are another rare item in the game from another house I downloaded, and the kitchen is intentionally clean and clear so that it looks modern, so I didn't fill it up with counters and a lot of clutter. You know, a lot of things are meant to have been put away. I love these doors. Okay, so this is the overview of the ground floor of this house. It's a very modern build, but on the outside we've got an excess of landscaping to the front particularly, and then to the back it's a lot clearer, a lot cleaner, and spacious, if I might put it that way. So I'm going to get them to come out and make use of these. Some of you who are still in the quest or in the live event haven't actually seen how these work, so it'd be nice to just demonstrate how these beautiful items work in the game. So she starts to make a pizza and everything is going quite well, and then what you'll find is that in a few flips of this pizza, it gets burnt. I love that when Sims Freeplay give us these items, they get quirky with some of the actions, and that's quite hilarious. And then she repeats the cycle again and again, and that's what goes on. But then for the grill, it's not like any of the grills we have in the game. I mean, literally, he pulls a massive plate out of his rear, and then it's got all these proper meat slices on there and sausages, and then he gets started on it as well, and it's just, the actions are brilliant. But then the sausages ignite. So they're always in trouble. I don't know why Sims Freeplay tend to get these Sims to, you know, come within inches of their life with some of these actions, but I wanted to point out that you don't need to glitch a lot of things in the game right now, I have to say, and I'm going to put out a glitch video because after this update, a ton of things were easy to just move around into certain places, and I'll show you how that's done. So I'm going to get this Sim to take us upstairs, and, you know, we'll wrap up this tour. Let's use the stairs. That particular staircase is from the Snow Lodge, for those of us who completed that Christmas event in 2017. But look at this view from the outside. Lovely. So when we come up, we have a family bathroom. Up here it's quite large. We've got a double sink in here. We've got a bathtub. We've got towels, a towel rack, a toilet unit. It's nice, airy and spacious, and that's the thing about mansions. There's a lot of space. And then obviously we have another bathroom for the master that's attached on the other side with an entrance obviously from within the master bedroom. The first room in the corridor is the room belonging to Matthew's sister. It's very classy and I love the look of this room. The pinks and the blacks are a great combination and it's quite chic. And I obviously went for the black chandelier rim and the black wardrobe from the French collection, the French Chateau collection. So this is what I've put together for this room and it's beautiful. There's a nice seat in the corner here. Again, everything in here is French except for the pictures and the paradise plant. Now we've got a long corridor here and you can see that there are large windows in the corridor. So think about it this way. You've got lots of windows here covering an entire wall, and then you've got this massive set of windows up front here. So this corridor is well lit. It's not dark in any way. They've got a great view of the pool downstairs and it's quite spacious, so it's not claustrophobic. But further down the corridor you have the master bedroom, which is one of my favorite rooms in this game. Right now, I have favorite rooms when I build houses, and this right now is a favorite one of mine because of its length, and the bed fits in quite nicely, and then you've got lots of spaces to place these massive or lengthy dressers, and then it's got its own bathroom on the side here, and it's got its closet on the far end over in the corner here. So it's just the shape of it and the window behind it as well. I just love it. So I've put a privacy screen here. I'm just going to get the sim to get in there and, you know, swirl around in clothes. But I put a privacy screen here not because I need to, but just because it's quite color coordinated with the walls. It's beautiful. So I've kept the theme in here, soft blue and white, and then the only hard color pop is the black in the bed. So it's a 2-bedroom summer, well, spring mansion, not summer yet. We're not there yet. And this is what I've decided to put together for you all to see, so that you can see what I've done with some of the items that, well, most of the items, as I say, I've not used the garden gnomes, and I haven't used the big square double height planter. I haven't used that, but everything else is in here. And as I carry on, in this game, I would use these items in my other builds and incorporate them in different ways. A build for this is going to be quite straightforward, so if you want one, just let me know in the comments below and I'll get that done. And this is what they look like when they are tending to these planters and the plants. You can trim the plants, you can water the plants, and it's just beautiful, really. And they go on for a good length of time. You can have an hour, 30-minute interaction, 3 hours, and so on. I think it's fabulous. Thank you, Sims Freeplay, and thank you to you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.